What is up, everyone? Today I'll show you guys a two-man defense setup for Oregon's second floor site that requires no other teammates to help setting up. This is a heavy bedroom defense, and the idea is that in the Asia servers, solo queue players love to try to first open up the game's wall at the start of the round, and this setup is to try to prevent that wall from getting opened. So for this setup, what you will need is a smoke and a Jager. Smoke will bring a shield and a shotgun, and Jager will bring a barbed wire. So here are the details of the setup. Smoke will make most of the holes and some reinforcements, and the holes include the rotation hole from kids to attic, which just a crouch hole will do, opening up the kids hatch, and some footholds towards a big window to allow the kids player, preventing enemy jumping into dorms from the big window, rotation hole in games, and then reinforce off game's wall. Then you go ahead and place down the shield in trophy to help you contest the bedroom control. And then you make some floor holes from bedroom to hold the lower armory stairs to attack the enemy coming up the armory stairs. A line of sight from armory hallway to bedroom on the south wall to let Jager, who will be playing armory, to set up a crossfire for you to hold the bedroom, and a running rotation hole in the armory wall on the north side to let Jager fall back to sight if necessary, and opening up the hatch to let Jager to have an extra way to getting out of armory. So there are a lot of things to do as a smoke, and that is why it's very important to get the orders right to finish it before the enemy is ready to enter the building. And you can see that it is possible to do all of those setup within 1 minute. Jager, on the other hand, will be responsible to reinforce the trophy walls, placing down 2 ADS in trophy, and make sure you place down on this corner to prevent the enemy from destroying the shield or throwing a grenade from the outside of the armory hallway window, and make sure that it cannot be shot from outside of the armory hallway window. And Jager then reinforced the north wall in bedroom and the south wall in armory, and you have to make sure it's right. And then place a barbed wire below armory hallway window and another barbed wire on the armory stairs to slow down enemy who jump in from the window or walks up the stairs. And the last ADS will be placed in armory in this very specific position, and this is very important, as you can see in this clip, that this ADS protects Jager from getting naded, but at the same time it will also shoot down one of the projectiles coming from outside armory hallway window to trophy. So during the round, Smoke will play behind the shield in trophy, and if there are enemies dumping a lot of flashbangs to burn the ADS to destroy the shield, Smoke can choose to fall back to site, and if unfortunately the game's wall has been opened, Smoke can still choose to play behind the shield, but need to be careful of anyone who rushes directly to site, and we need to prioritize killing the enemy in games first. If the enemy is attempting to push armory stairs, you have a floor hole in bedroom to attack the enemy who tries to come up the stairs. And please remember, as a smoke in this position, your duty is to burn as much time as possible and apply pressure to the enemy. If you do fall back, please remember to tell the Jager, your partner, to let him fall back with you together back to site. Jager, on the other hand, will be playing in armory, and the goal is similar to smoke: burn time and fall back to site. If Smoke decides to leave trophy, Jager should quickly leave armory as well, since Jager's job is just to stay alive at that point. Jager has multiple ways to fall back to site, either from trophy, or from armory stairs to white stairs, or drop hatch to garage and go back to white stairs. Jager has more flexibility in terms of how he wants to play. If the enemy decides to push from the other direction, Jager can choose to flank from the first floor or fall back to site directly, depending on how the Jager wants to play in that situation. So that is the basic idea of the setup, and there's no way to predict all kinds of scenarios. So it is really important for the two players to communicate with each other on how they want to play with each other, or if one player decides to fall back, they will need to inform the other player and really try to play on how the enemy team reacts to this setup. As you already know, it will not slow down the enemy if the enemy are pushing, let's say, attic and big window, and that is why the players will need to adjust their positions if the enemies are pushing in another direction. And that is why I highly recommend the two players to help setting up the site, even though it's not necessary for defending the bedroom. And here are some alternatives if you don't want to use smoke. So for smoke, you can replace him with Ella, Frost, or Warden, which Warden will be useful if you think the enemy may bring a Ying. And for Jager, technically you can play Wamai instead, but it's not really recommended because it's due to the nature of Wamai's magnet and the proximity mine. So having the barbed wire and the ADS is inherently better. And either one of you will need to bring a shotgun that can easily make a lot of holes. So for instance, if you bring Alibi, then the pistol shotgun isn't really efficient enough for you to make all of those holes. So if the smoke decides to switch to Alibi, then the Jager will probably need to bring a shotgun instead. And besides the shotgun, you also need a shield and barbed wire to notify the players and slow down the enemy if they are jumping in from armory hallway window or walking up the armory stairs. So that's it for the second man defense setup for Oregon's second floor site. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys can use this strategy and help you win some ranked games. And I will see you guys on the next video.